And I'm going to make you wait till the very end, in case you were worried. Is there beer or wine left? So now you have just a few more minutes to get your last call. So, Talked on Stalk was sort of a brainchild that I stumbled into, not even really a brainchild, that's saying too much, but it's the idea that as I was talking to parents who simply didn't understand social media, what was happening is they were scared. Here's why. We've got a generational shift that's going on in our culture. And what happens is some of folks are getting left behind. Here's a perfect example. Mom says, what do these things mean? You can read for yourself. My mother recently discovered email. She's 72. She also recently learned how to use periods in sending emails from her iPad. So years ago, life was simply easier when it came to communication. It wasn't perfect, but it was a little bit easier than what digital communication is doing for families now. Where it was actually even easier was for children of parents. So teenagers, college students, you could hide what you were doing on the weekends before your parents got on Facebook and before you learned how to block them from seeing all of your photos on Facebook. So that shift continues to happen. Another thing that's happening is because of these things, parents are seeking understanding. When they don't understand something, as humans, when we don't understand something, we seek to find answers. When we seek to find answers about social media as parents looking online, we go to the internet where everything we read is true, and we get stories like this. How to protect your kids from the internet. Where are the internet predators lurking in your child's Facebook account? Reality is there's things to worry about, of course. Fearmongers are capitalizing on this. So are there creeps out there? Sure there are. Are there safety issues that can be taught? Absolutely. Are there parents being encouraged to stalk their children online? Well, let me let her answer it for you. It is the election season after all. So quick show of hands, how many of you have fallen victim to a parent calling you out for something they've seen online? Got some hands? Got a few. Over the last 20 years, I've worked with teenagers, and while a lot's changed, some things have not. Here are some things that have changed. Bill Clinton's grayer, Windows 95, well, Saved by the Bell cast is no longer wholesome. But some things that haven't changed. Teenagers want and they need to develop autonomy. Parents want to keep their teenagers safe. Teenagers want their privacy. Parents want them to stay their precious little babies. I apologize for that. Here's some eye bleach for you. When talking to parents and teenagers alike, I've found that there's a desire simply to understand this new landscape. That's at the heart of this workshop, Talked on Stalk. It's evolved into, beyond a workshop, it's evolved into a book that I'm, of course, vanity publishing because that's what we do these days. It also has evolved into a socially speaking conference that we'll be doing in March here in Raleigh. But each of these methods for teaching parents about social media is designed to help them understand systems and environments where they can enhance the offline. Let me repeat that. Where they can enhance the face-to-face communication with their children. So if we can teach parents how to better understand the social media platforms, we think there's a good way to help them also better have face-to-face communication with their children. So if someone attends one of these workshops, reads the book, goes to a conference, here's what they'll learn. They'll get a better understanding of social media platforms. They'll develop a contract with their children about how they'll engage one another through social media. And this needs to happen, this is the important step, it needs to happen before the emotional piece occurs, before somebody gets upset and the proverbial stuff, fill in the own blank, your own blank, hits the fan. And then the third thing is we want to provide strategies for better face-to-face communication. It's about communication being enhanced, It's not just about security or sales. It's not about protection. It's about what works for you and for your family. So it's a book, it's a workshop, it's a conference, it's a conversation. The why is it's to put social media to work for you, building your opportunities for better communication, and you see where all it works. So here's why there's the turkey. Do I get the extra minute for the turkey? All right. How many of you have teenagers living in your home right now? Right. See, I knew that this was a different audience than what my target was. How many of you will be having Thanksgiving dinner with family who do have teenagers living in their homes? How many of you are going to be able to look at the turkey without thinking about this conversation?